Hey guys, I'm Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be like a guide to meditation. So I'm making this video for people who are experiencing difficulty trying to meditate or for people who are just totally new to meditation. So I'm going to offer you guys 5 suggestions to make your meditation practice a little bit easier, and these things have kind of helped me on my journey as well. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button below and we will get into this video. So if you're someone watching this video who has tried meditating but is having a lot of difficulty, I really want you to continue to try and to hopefully take these suggestions into consideration and continue to try meditating, because it can really be so helpful. I think of meditation as like time for your mind to relax and rest, even more than sleep, because like while you're sleeping you're still dreaming, and so your mind is kind of working. And obviously like your mind isn't just going to like relax right away when you first start a meditation practice. Like it's going to take you time to get there, but once you do, like that's the time that your mind actually gets to rest and relax. The good news is I have 5 suggestions that will hopefully make this process a little bit easier for you guys. Suggestion number 1 is to start with a short meditation. So I know a lot of people or resources say that maybe you need to meditate for, say, 15 to 20 minutes to really get into the meditative state. But if you're just starting off meditating, and if you are someone who's like really in your head, it's going to be so difficult to start off with that time frame. I would literally start off with probably only 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the max. Because if you're trying to sit for longer than that and you're someone that's really having trouble, it's just going to make you more frustrated. The way I like to think about it is like, you wouldn't like, if you wanted to like start running but you don't run at all, like would you go out and like run like 5 miles on your first day back to running? No, you would probably maybe start with a mile and build up from there. It's the same thing with meditation. So I do have a 10-minute meditation on YouTube, which I can link in the description down below. I have a 5-minute meditation that is part of my like 7-day yoga experience, and I can link that down below for you guys as well. So my next suggestion is to do guided meditations. So I found when I started meditating that if I had someone guiding me through it, it was much easier than if I just tried to sit there and listen to music and get into that meditative state on my own. Now I will do both guided and non-guided meditations, just depending what I'm feeling like I need that day. But in the beginning, I definitely think it's way easier to have someone guide you, because that way you're kind of listening to what they're telling you, and it's not like you're just like sitting alone like, okay, like I'm not feeling relaxed right now, or what am I thinking about right now? It helps you kind of just focus on that moment. Something else that could be helpful if you don't want to do guided meditations is you could sit and meditate with a mantra. So a mantra is like you have like a phrase that you'll repeat to yourself throughout the meditation, or you don't necessarily have to repeat it the whole time, but if you find the mind wandering, then you come back to your mantra. So a mantra could be like anything you want it to be, depending what you need that day. You know, be like, I am calm, I am relaxed, I am grounded, whatever you want your mantra to be. I really do actually like mantra meditations. I find that they're very helpful. And then in my 7-day yoga experience, there's also a mantra meditation if you guys are interested in that. Suggestion number 3 is to find a comfortable position and not be like too attached to one specific position. So I really prefer meditating sitting up. You can lay down, but I feel that you know, sometimes if I do a meditation at night before bed, I'll lay down, but in the morning I prefer to be sitting up, and I think you get a different experience. I feel like you'll find the longer you meditate, the more you'll probably like to sit as opposed to lay down. But sitting on the floor is not for everyone, and it's really important that you're comfortable, because if you're so when we're meditating, we want to be still, right? If we're uncomfortable, then either our mind is going to be focusing on being uncomfortable, or then we're going to be constantly moving around. So you don't have to sit on the floor to meditate. You can sit in a chair, that's perfectly fine. My only suggestion if you sit in a chair is just to have your feet like in contact with the floor. So you're kind of like forward enough in the chair that your feet are in contact with the floor, and I think that helps you be more connected in your meditation. So I really like to sit on the floor. If you really want to sit on the floor but you're feeling uncomfortable, then just like play around with what position works for you. So there are different things you can do to make it more comfortable. So normally I sit on a meditation cushion. That helps me. If you're sitting, so if you're like really have tight hips and your legs kind of are like up more when you sit in a cross-leg position, you could always place pillows and things like that under your legs to keep you more supported. I used to like, if I meditated, especially in the morning for more than like 5 minutes or so, my feet would like literally always fall asleep. So I found, which is like weird, but like everyone's different. So this is an example of that. Like sitting in a normal cross-leg position, my feet would fall asleep because of like, I guess the pressure on my ankles. So I think it took me probably like 3 weeks of just like switching around my position, doing bolsters, whatever, trying to find something that worked because I really like to sit on the floor. I want to be able to sit on the floor. And then what works for me is I actually end up sitting like, I tuck one foot under, so I'm more, instead of like having the pressure on my ankle, my pressure is on the top of my foot, and then I put one leg on top of my other leg this way, so it's not on the floor. And pretty much that works for me. Sometimes I still get sometimes my feet fall asleep, but mostly I find that I'm much more comfortable there and I don't get like that, numbness feeling in my feet. But like this probably you would think would make your feet fall asleep, and like being just sitting cross-legged on the floor would be more comfortable. But that's just an example that everyone's different, and just kind of like play around with the position. Suggestion number 4 is to dedicate some space in your home to meditation. So what that does is it helps you just get into that meditative state quicker. So right next to me here is my meditation corner, and I'll kind of like insert a picture so you guys can see there. It's still a work in progress. I actually know for Christmas that I have a few more things that I'm going to be getting for my meditation corner. But basically, when I sit in my meditation corner, I'm already feeling more relaxed and in that like meditative mindset, because that's where I meditate. So my body kind of remembers that feeling. It's kind of like when you're going into your bedroom or like you're laying down to sleep, like you're in your bed, that's your place to sleep. Your body remembers that. Hopefully you fall asleep faster because of that. I don't know if that example works for everyone, if some people have trouble sleeping, but that's kind of what I'm going at with a meditation space. And it doesn't need to be anything like extravagant. Like I said, it could just be like a little corner. You don't even need anything in it. It could just be like, okay, this is the space in my house that I meditate. You put like, a blanket down or a mat down or your meditation cushion down, and that's where you go to meditate. So it doesn't need to be anything fancy, but your body will start to remember, okay, this is where I get to relax. Your mind knows, okay, this is where I go to get to relax. So I absolutely love my meditation corner. One day when I have more space in my home, I would love to have like a meditation room. But for now, I have my little corner and I do love it. So my last suggestion is to make meditation a habit, but don't be so hard on yourself about it. If you miss a day here and there, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I think the longer that you get into the habit, the more you probably won't miss a day and you'll make sure you're making time for it. So I find that it's easiest probably to make it a habit as like every morning you meditate or every single night you meditate. Like I said, the longer you go, the easier it is to keep with it, and you'll want to. Like, I've been meditating every morning for some time now, but I would used to, like, if there was a day where I had to get up really early for something, I'd be like, I'll skip my meditation this morning, and then I would try to like meditate later in the day. But now, if I'm getting up really early for something, I actually get up extra early to make sure that I get my meditation in, even if it's just a quick meditation. You could think about it as if you like go to the gym only once a week. You probably really won't see much of a result, and if you do see a result, it's going to take a long time to see that result. So it's the same thing with meditation. If you only meditate once a week for 5 minutes, or you just meditate here and there, you're probably not going to get those beautiful effects that meditation can bring. So just some other things that I want to note for you guys. If your mind wanders while you're meditating, just know it's okay. If you feel like you need to move and you can't sit still and you're uncomfortable, it's okay. Just know that it's a journey, and like I said, it gets easier as you go. And if you're just hard on yourself and negative about those kinds of things, then it makes it more difficult to meditate, to show up to meditate, and to really get the effects of it. You really need to give yourself the time to get there, or to achieve whatever goal you're wishing to achieve with your meditation practice. So those are your 5 suggestions to make meditation a little bit easier. I hope they were helpful for you guys. If you guys are interested, so like I kind of mentioned earlier in the video, I have a free 7-day yoga experience. So even if you don't really want to do yoga or like typical because meditation is part of yoga, but like, you know, typical like vinyasa yoga, that's only part of the 7 days. There's like 2 practices that are more like vinyasa, but then the other 5 days are other things. So there are meditation practices mixed in there. And what's nice about it is I have one basic 5-minute guided meditation. I have a mantra meditation, so you can see if you like that. And then there's also in there a meditation where we work on breathing exercises. So it could be like a nice thing to like find what you like and what works for you. So I'll link that in the description below. So basically you just click on the link and then you can just input your email and you'll get emailed one practice each day for 7 days. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.